Hey guys, so I just wanted to have a little bit of a conversation with you guys, kind of give you an update on school. And I also have an adult beverage, so if you're not into adult beverages, then this might not have anything to do with you. But I found these at Meijer before I show you what it is. I have never seen these before at any of the stores in town where I live, but I was at Meijer recently, or was it Walmart? It might have been Walmart. I can't remember. It was either Walmart or Meijer, and I found these because I needed to get some more adult beverages because normally in the summertime we like to take the pontoon out and sit in the sun and float on the pontoon, and we also swim, but we usually bring an adult beverage. I don't drink beer. Normally my godmother and her sisters, they drink a beer while we're out there, but I usually drink like wine coolers or like Mike's Hard Lemonade, stuff like that. I'm not really into beer, like plain beer. So I found these and I'll show you what it is. It is Jack Daniel's. This is watermelon punch and it smells freaking fantastic. So what I got was actually a variety pack. I think there's 4 or 5 different flavors. I can't remember exactly how many. I'm looking at the box right now, that's why I'm looking over there, and I think there's 4. But this is the watermelon punch, and I thought I would try it while I'm talking to you guys because it smells amazing. It smells just like straight up watermelon. I don't know, let's see how strong it is. 4.8% alcohol by volume, if you can see that. So yes, like I said, if you're against drinking, then this is probably not the video for you, but I'm gonna taste it because it smells pretty good and it sounded good. These are Jack Daniel's Country Cocktails is what it's called, or at least what the label says. So I'm gonna try it first. Ooh, that's good. And the thing about it is it tastes like juice, so definitely drink that responsibly, because I could see somebody drinking that and it tasting like juice and drinking too many of those. I usually only have like 1 a day. I think the most I've had is 2 per day, and that's last year and this year. But anyways, that's besides the point. Let's talk about this lovely class, neuroscience. So I'm very, very frustrated with this professor. I'm so thankful that next week is the last week of summer semester session A, because I cannot take her BS anymore. And I'm not trying to be rude, because I know that like different professors do things differently, but she just annoys the crap out of me. The amount of times that she has changed due dates is so frustrating, because like usually what I like to do is at the beginning of the session or term, semester, whatever, I like to write down all the due dates, all the important dates, you know, like dates when there's exams, things that I need to study for, stuff like that. I like to write those down at the beginning. And so that way I know how much time I need to commit to studying or classwork, homework, projects, stuff like that on any given week. But with her, she's changed due dates so much that it's really like it's thrown me off entirely. And so like there was an exam where I got 18 points out of 30 possible because I was rushing to try to get it done because I thought that the exam was due like 2 days from when it was actually due, because she changed the date. And the other class that I'm in is not so bad. I actually really like the professor, and I'm gonna miss this professor because he's super nice and very accommodating. Now, one thing I will tell you about the neuroscience professor is that you do have some leeway. Like a lot of professors at the university that I attend, Arizona State, they don't accept late work, but this neuroscience professor does give you 2 free assignments, 2 free assignment extensions, I should say. So like extensions on your due date where you get 48 extra hours to turn it in. So it's like a 48-hour grace period, and you don't have to contact her or anything for those. But that doesn't apply to quizzes and exams. So that's kind of been a little bit of the frustration too, is that like when she changed those due dates for quizzes and exams and stuff like that, you cannot, like, they're locked until the day before they're due. And so you have a very limited amount of time to do those assignments, which is not really an assignment, it's a quiz or an exam. So that's a little bit frustrating because those are the ones that I really needed the extra time on. But like I said, next week is final exams already. And I feel like I didn't really talk to you guys much about like what I learned in summer semester session A. And that's because of the fact that this neuroscience class has been horrible. As far as like, I definitely would not recommend taking neuroscience at Arizona State University. This particular class, which is Introduction to Neuroscience, or NEU 101, I would not recommend taking this class in a summer session because it is so much information to take in. Like, we were doing multiple chapters every week and it gets a little bit like overwhelming. But yeah, the serial killer class, which is homicide and serial killers, that has been pretty good for the most part. I have over 100% still in the class, and you know, I have an A in both classes, but the neuroscience is an A- now. However, she did say that she was going to drop your worst quiz grade, not your worst exam grade, but your worst quiz grade, which the one quiz that I took, which is 18 out of 30 points, that one is going to be the one that gets dropped, because the other ones I had like a maximum of 3 points wrong on the rest of them. But it's just been a lot. And I'm sorry that I haven't really shared much information with you guys over this summer semester session A. It's just been so much information and so much to do that I feel like I haven't really had the time to share any information with you guys. So yeah, I mean, I'm sorry that I haven't really been sharing much, because the serial killer class, I feel like you guys would have been interested in that. Like, we learned a lot about like criminal profiling, along with like male serial killers, female serial killers, the difference between sexual offenders and sexual predators, and like a lot of different information. And I'm going to be sad to see that one go, because it was very interesting to me, but also at the same time, I felt like that instructor was very, like, he wanted you to learn, he wanted you to succeed in learning the course content. And I feel like this neuroscience professor is not the greatest. And I know that, I think I told you guys, this is her first year being a collegiate level professor. And even though she has a PhD in neuroscience, I just feel like she was not prepared to be a professor at this point in time, because she has not been really very communicative with us as a class. And like I said, her constantly changing the due dates doesn't really help when you're trying to have your class master the concepts that they're trying to master in such a limited amount of time. So anyways, that is kind of my little school update. I am going to make another video because this one is already getting kind of long. So I'm gonna stop this video here and make another one. So the very next video after this one will be the continuation of me talking about like what's coming up in summer semester session B. So if you're interested, stay tuned for the very next video after this one.